Let's be honest, hiring for those really specific technical engineering jobs can be a total nightmare, right? You put a job out there, you get buried in resumes, and you just cross your fingers hoping you find the right person. But we all know it's rarely that simple. So where does it all go wrong? I mean, think about it for a second. Have you ever had that feeling in an interview? The person looks perfect on paper, but as they're talking, something just doesn't quite add up. That little gap right there between the resume and reality, that's the heart of the problem with how we usually do recruitment. And this isn't just some small headache. The cost of a bad hire is real and it hurts. You find out those amazing skills were, let's say, a bit exaggerated. You only discover their actual abilities after they're already on your payroll. You've wasted a whole week's wages and induction time only to watch that super enthusiastic person from the interview kind of disappear on the workshop floor. It's such a frustrating cycle for any manager. It just feels like there has to be a better way, doesn't it? What if we could just break that cycle? What if we could approach hiring in a totally different way? Well, that brings us to this idea of a totally reimagined interview. One that completely moves past the piece of paper and focuses on the one thing that actually matters: proven real-world ability. This is the philosophy right here, and it's so simple but so powerful. Just forget asking a candidate if they can do the job. The entire goal is to have them show you. And here's the difference in a nutshell. A traditional interview, well, it relies on what people claim they can do. So you're basically just hoping for the best. A hands-on assessment, on the other hand, relies on actual performance. You go from hoping to knowing. So just how thorough is this different approach? Take a look at this number, 36. No, that's not a typo. 36 steps. We're talking about an incredibly meticulous process that's designed to leave no stone unturned. It makes sure you've got the right fit long before you even think about making an offer. Okay, so what in the world does a 36-step hands-on assessment actually look like? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. They call it a built-to-order process. First, they understand. They dig deep into a client's specific engineering needs. Then, they replicate it. They actually recreate your work environment in the interview itself. After that, they test the candidates with real practical challenges. And only then do they deliver people whose skills are already a proven fact. Every single step is about eliminating the guesswork. And listen, these aren't just little pop quizzes. We're talking about giving candidates actual engineering software challenges in things like AutoCAD or SolidWorks, or handing them a complex electrical schematic and saying, okay, interpret this, or even showing them a machine design and having them analyze it and recommend improvements. This is where you separate the people who can talk the talk from the ones who can actually walk the walk. Okay, so it's incredibly detailed, and yeah, it makes a ton of sense on paper. But let's ask the real question here. Does all of this effort actually work? Does it pay off in the long run? Let's take a look at the data, because at the end of the day, the goal is recruitment that actually lasts. Just check out these retention rates. For permanent hires, 95% of candidates are still in their job after a full year. And even after 2 years, it's a whopping 85%. See, this isn't just about filling a seat. It's about making a hire that sticks, one that adds real value for years. Now, for a number that might be the most impressive one yet, just 5. That is the total number of work cover claims across more than 2,600 temporary jobs spanning 18 years. That statistic is just staggering. It speaks volumes about the quality, the competence, and the safety-first mindset of the people who actually make it through this process. And this stuff works in the real world. Here's a quick case study with a global manufacturer. Over 4 years, they used this exact method to fill 18 super specialized roles. We're talking mechanical engineers, project engineers, expert drafters. And the result? It wasn't just a bunch of filled jobs. It was a successful 4-year partnership. So who is the brain behind this incredibly effective, data-driven way of recruiting? It's about time we put a name to this method. Their whole mission is simple, but it's bold: to completely change the way you feel about recruitment, to turn what feels like a game of chance into something predictable, something you can rely on. This method comes from a company called Engineering People. They've been specialists in this since 2003. And here's what really makes them different. Their team is actually made up of people from engineering and technical backgrounds. They don't just read a job description. They understand the work because chances are they've actually done it themselves. So I'm just going to leave you with this one final thought. What would it mean for your company, for your team, for your own peace of mind if your next technical hire walked in the door on day one with their skills already proven, guaranteed? If you want to learn more about all this, you can check them out at engineeringpeople.com.au.